And he's like, yo, let's step outside and handle our business. And Goku's like, hold on, you can't handle this guy. Oh, he's saying you can't handle it. And Glorio's like, what you say? Are you saying I can't handle this? I said, I'm a lot stronger than you think. He said, we can step outside instead. And Goku's like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, telling it like it is. And so Glorio's like, all right, we definitely stepping outside. So we get into a fight here. Boom, this thing hits. And he's like, uh-oh, what is this? And they say it's an awful smell. Like, it is just foul. And you already know, because even if you're dealing with foul smells, because Goku made that joke that he could fart and no one would probably be able to tell if they're in the outside portion of the demon realm. Well, what ends up happening is the air is so thick there, you probably wouldn't be able to smell something bad. So this guy has to really just be reeking foul. Like, I'm talking about worser than bacteria in early Dragon Ball. You old school Dragon Ball fans will remember that fight, Kudine K Krillin against bacteria. Man, so East Kaioshin, he ends up looking at Goku, and I love how Son Goku's been so crude through this whole thing. His first objection, his first mind says, let me check Goku. This boy done probably pooped on himself or something, and he smells him, and he's like, nah, it ain't Goku. And then this thing comes out, and we see that it's gonna be this big giant monster looking thing that we've seen in the opening. And like I said, I've praised the character design, and he comes on out. He's got these red eyes, and he forms them. And this is kind of giving me shades reminder of Frieza when he first stepped on that cliff, and Kuririn, Vegeta, and Gohan are looking up at him. That's what this reminded me of. And you see the out the nostrils there, the smoke comes out, and Goku's like, what the heck is this? And Panzy, like, she wakes up, this stench is so bad it woke her up, she cannot stand it. And this guy's eyes looking good, and it gets big, and we get a first full shot. And at first, I should have known better. First, let me just say, I should have known better, being a longtime Toriyama fan. I really should have. Hey, what up, SMP? We got you here. Krillin versus the smelly guy. One of my favorite tournament matches. Yeah, man, dude, you're a wrestling fan, SMP. He was doing Rikishi before Rikishi was even a thing. Oh, that was an all-time great battle. And this comes right into Toriyama's humor, because this guy's design is looking awesome. I'm thinking he's gonna be like one of the first big true challenges in the demon realm. And he's looking at him, and Glorio, he takes their lamp right there, and he shines it to him. Just, man, that's great animation right there, and the effects. I love how to utilize this. And we get our first look at this guy, and I'm like, okay, this guy looks business. And all of a sudden, that smell doesn't matter. You know, if you're scared, I guess you ain't gonna be able to think about the smellingness. And they're looking at him, and Son Goku, my man, he goes like, oh, it's just a cow, no need to be afraid. This thing's like, I'm not a cow, I'm a Minotaur. And then Goku's like, oh, that's a cool name. He's like, oh, he starts thinking, well, he's like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. Then he's he's like, hey, I'm not here for your approval. So I thought that was pretty good. And all of a sudden Glorio's like, yeah, this guy's no biggie. And he's like, yo, let's step outside and handle our business. So Glorio, you know, it's like the scent was bad, but that was as worse as it gets. They're like, this guy's nothing. And Goku's like, hold on, you can't handle this guy. And this is the part where we had an audience. They're like, oh, he's saying you can't handle it. And Glorio's like, what you say? Are you saying I can't handle this? And then he's like, if you want to, I said, I'm a lot stronger than you think. He said, we can step outside instead. And Goku's like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, telling it like it is. And so Glorio's like, all right, we definitely stepping outside. So we get into a fight here. Matthew in the chat says, classic Toriyama comedy villain. Oh yes, good old fashioned Bruce Buffer UFC announcing, it's time. Sending over there in this corner, we have Glorio, and in the other corner, Son Goku. So, you know, at this point, this guy's like, I said, y'all are my meal. What the heck are y'all doing up here? Like, everybody's taking their break from this guy, because now it's about Goku and Glorio. What better way to say this guy's a jabroni than we're gonna fight it out to see who ends up fighting this guy? Oh man, and then we get this standout. Now, I call the title of this video, is this the first fight in Dragon Ball DAIMA? And I think this is a great taste of the action we're gonna get. So I was hyped for this. I'm like, let's go. We're about to see where Glorio stands in the pecking order, because Goku been dropping jabroni after jabroni. So they get on guard.